Hi, my name is Chance Seaton. I'm the Chief Learning Officer at Big Skyway, and for today's little learning nugget, I want to talk to you about strategic planning. Now, one of the most obvious challenges for organizations today is maintaining that strategic focus. We obviously keep our eye on marketing, staffing, revenue growth, but keeping a watchful eye on everything is not strategy. That's simply maintenance. That's just basic management and maintenance of your resources. That's not necessarily strategy. When I say strategy, what I mean is that intentional planning and execution of decisions. And the way to get your mind wrapped around this is to think, when everything is important, nothing's important. I'm going to say that again. When everything's important, nothing's important. It's very common for me to work with a client and say, show me this, your strategy. And they have this huge list of a million things. And I say, well, what did your strategic plan look like last year? And they say it was the same thing. So they're repeating the same stuff again and again and again. When everything's important, nothing's important. And this is why we get mediocre results. Because you just got to remember, it's impossible to devote all of our energy, our resources, and creativity to everything at the same time. It simply leads to reactivity. Okay, so let me show you how I like to think about strategy. Basically, I think of a great big funnel, okay? And at the top of that funnel is data, and at the bottom of this funnel is our plan of attack, our charter, our goal work. So what might this look like? At the very top of the funnel, I'm going to collect as much data as possible. And by the way, when I say strategic planning, I'm always recommending you should do this on an annual basis. But I'm going to collect all of our data. What's important to us? I might have all of our key performance indicators or our scorecards. I'm going to have competitor analysis, our financials, our financial ratios, our bench strength, like our hypos, potentials, critical position reviews, maybe enterprise risk analysis, all that data that's important to our organization. And I'm going to start to put it in perspective, and I'll let it roll into a SWOT analysis. Most of you have heard of a SWOT: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. It sounds kind of cheesy, but it's a great way to organize all that information. And when I say strengths and opportunities, I mean things that investors would be interested in. They'd say, wow, that's very unique. I love that opportunity, or I love what you have existing. Weaknesses and threats, I like to think of things that investors would be concerned about, right? There's some red flags there. But now that I've organized all this data into something like a SWOT, now I can do something called a TOWS analysis, which is nothing more than SWOT in reverse. And I start to cross-analyze. I'm looking at my strengths, and I'm looking at my opportunities at the same time and seeing if strategies start to bubble up, things that we should be thinking about. I look at my strengths versus my threats. I keep cross-analyzing, and things are going to start to bubble up. And now I take all this information that I have and I let it drop into a strategic bucket. This bucket is for prioritizing strategies. Of all this stuff, what's most important this coming year? What stuff can wait till next year? What of this is maybe more important in 3 years or 4 years or 5 years? It's forcing us to prioritize what's important, okay? And then the most important part at the very bottom of this funnel is our goal work, or our project charters, or our war battle plans. Here's the first war, here are the battles we have to win to get there, and here's the plan of attack. Here's how it's going to happen. So to help create that strategy, think of this funnel where I'm taking all of our data and letting it work all the way down to this funnel into something that we can put our attention around. Because remember, strategy is the intentional planning and execution of decisions. And a lot of people are just maintaining and managing lots of resources. That's not strategy. And the one thing to remember is that when everything is important, nothing is important. So I hope that helps as you think about strategic planning. Have a great day.